I think that she just radiated happiness. She was just a very happy child. She was easy. She was an easy baby. She was easy throughout her life. She was an only child, so that, all of our focus was on her, but she wasn't difficult. She had no behavior issues. She was very intelligent. She just radiated happiness and love.
Our daughter never stopped living. Went to college, right to the end. Our daughter was just having fun. She loves shopping. Loves the Miss Me jeans. Miss Me jeans, man, they're expensive.
Coach purses.
Yeah, and she worried more about other people than herself. It's just the way she was.
With Wade, just his love for life, his love for others, no matter how bad of a day he was having or how bad he felt, everyone else came first. He always said, no matter how bad my day is, Mom, someone else is having a rougher day than me. And that's hard to believe some days.
Yeah.
It really, truly is, but it's important. Do good for other people.
Hi, I'm Jen Randall. I'm Riley Randall's mother.
I am Christy Bookwalter's dad. My name is Bill Bookwalter.
I'm Steph Staines. I am Wade Staines' mother. I was recently told when a child is diagnosed with cancer, they get everything. There's so much funding out there for children, and adults, they don't get help like children do. And I just looked at her and I said, the children do. They're like, I know for us, like when you go to Penn State, they have Thorn. They help you with gas, they help you with meals, but there's no research.
Right.
There's no new technology. You have to do the standard protocol.
Well, all the medicines are archaic. I mean, they're like 30 years old at least. They're using the same treatments as they did before I was born, and there's not enough money for research allocated for childhood cancer, because it's still considered rare, even though it's not. If you go looking, it's not rare, not at all. But the breast cancers and all these things, they just get so much more attention, I think, because everybody knows somebody that's had breast cancer. Not everybody knows somebody that's had childhood cancer. That doesn't mean they're not out there. But yeah, there's not enough attention dedicated to treatments.
Hi, my name is Destiny Devlin. I am 20 years old and I graduated from Southern Huntingdon. I was super itchy, like all over my body. And there was no rash, nothing. I would scratch, my skin would fall off, like I was bleeding. I was so itchy all the time. And they would just load me up on Benadryl. I was on the school bus one day and this little boy, we always bickered and argued, Well, he hauled off and he hit me in the collarbone and I flicked him. And so like it was probably 2 weeks later maybe. After that I went to the hospital just for itching. And my doctor was like, "What's that on your neck?" And like my collarbone was swollen. And I was like, "Oh, I just got hit, by this little boy on the school bus. He thought he was tough." And he's like, "Okay, well, I want to get x-rays of that." We come back and we're same place where I got my test. I'm still sitting in the hallway. And the doctor comes and he takes Mom and they like walk around the corner. And I could see her back, just her hair behind the wall. And the doctor was on the other side of her. The only words that I guess he said to my mom was, "Where do you want to go, Hershey or Pittsburgh?" And she was like, "I guess Hershey. I mean, I know how to get there. What's going on?" He wouldn't tell us anything. He just said, "I found a spot and I'm kind of concerned." I had chemo for maybe 12 weeks. And then it was like I had chemo just the first time. And then the second time I relapsed, I had chemo and radiation. And then after that, I relapsed again and I had chemo and then my stem cell transplant. And then after that, I relapsed and I had my bone marrow transplant.
Hi, my name's Cynthia, I'm in 9th grade and I go to Huntingdon Area High School. I didn't really know I had it at first until my sisters came in the room like crying, and like I didn't know what was wrong, and I knew I was in the hospital a while, so I knew it was like maybe something bad if my sisters and like my mom came in the room crying, and she wouldn't even tell me. And when she told me, it was kind of like shocking. I didn't really know how to feel. I didn't know what to do. I was like asking a whole bunch of questions, like what chemo would I do and stuff, and like would I lose my hair.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Krause, founder of Champ Dance Marathon. We had an idea because of Thon, and it was always something I wanted to do. The idea with Champ was to unite our county and to help, families in need. And by, first off, we have all the kids being united, then the community backing them up behind it is just showing like the formula is working. So the community coming together, donating, you have your sponsors donating, thousands of dollars, and then you have just so many people donating $5, $10, $15, $20. It's just showing everybody wants to help those in need. So it's been absolutely wonderful how the community rallies around Champ. If it wasn't for the community, Champ wouldn't be what it is right now.
I'm Matt Bear, and I'm a Champ advisor, kind of founder, I guess. Not really, mostly Jeremy Krause. Growing up, I would see my mother constantly involved in pretty much everything, and like she was always doing something. She would do SAD, Students Against Destructive Decisions at the high school. She would volunteer at Woodland. She would help with sports. She'd be running my sister and I. She was constantly doing things for other people other than herself, and that kind of like stuck with me. And so her and I being able to do this together is pretty special.
What's been really great over the years is watching, when I see with like captains and other people within Champ, I see the students like that they're running the organizations, and you can see that they're leaders and they want to be something in their life. I think it's great the effect that Champ had on kids, because so many of the captains come back as chaperones after the years pass. So it's wonderful to see that. I always like to use Madison as like the greatest example of that, because Madison was one of the first Champ captains. She helped us get Champ off the ground, and here she is. She started her own nonprofit. It's totally still involved with Champ.
I'm Madison Troja. I am a senior at Juniata College. Earlier this year, I started my own nonprofit called ACT, which stands for Achieving Community Together, and our mission is just to meet the needs of students in this county, and to provide resources and opportunities to kids in the county that they otherwise wouldn't have access to. So whether that be sending kids to camps or sending home food with families, just trying to meet those basic needs, as well as to go above and beyond to provide them with things that they may need. I wanted to stay involved with Champ because I loved the mission. I don't know, watching Champ grow, getting involved with it initially, I've loved being involved with it ever since, just so I am able to watch it grow, and how far it's come has been a great experience.
At that age, I'm sorry, I don't know about you guys, but at that age, I wasn't interested in helping people. And it wasn't that I didn't care. I've always been a nice person, but when I was a teenager, that wasn't my first thought. Oh, how can I help this person? How can I go out of my way to make a difference? But these kids are, and our kids helped with that. That's amazing. My child is Champ, his child is Champ, and her child is Champ. And that's what it's about. You brought these kids together to help our children, and it just keeps growing, and they want to do good.
This is my first year being a Champ captain, and I wanted to be a captain because my little sister was involved in the first year of Champ. There were 7 kids in Huntingdon County diagnosed with cancer, and Cindy was one of them. It makes me feel great and feel good that, not that bad that we started something, but we started something that could help more than one people, not just us. And it's grown bigger, and we've raised a lot more money to help out.
This is my 4th year, so I've been doing it since I was a freshman. My sister was a senior when I was in 8th grade, and she was a Champ captain for the 2nd year of Champ. And I knew it was important, and I wanted to also follow in her footsteps. We have a lot of rivalries with sports, and possibly other school activities, and just having these schools come together for a greater good and putting other people's lives before ours. I think that's truly amazing.
So I'm the third sibling in my family to become a champ captain, and both my older sisters were really involved when they were a champ captain, and it just made me feel like it's something very important to my family and to the community, so I just wanted to help out. Champ's definitely one of the most unique things that I've ever been involved in, and it's so special because it's now 6 different schools and organizations coming together and putting rivalries aside and becoming a team and helping all these families.
Champ is special because it helps families in our community that are having rough times and just need a little help getting back under their feet. A life lesson that I've learned is that small things can make a big difference. So like the small donations that we get from Champ can become a lot of money.
Champ is so special because it's such a small community. A life lesson I've learned was that as such a small community, if you come together, you guys can accomplish anything that you really want to.
I feel really amazing, honestly, like helping this amazing organization and genuinely like giving back to people and helping them when they're down.
We spend so much time together there that I can't just say that I have one favorite story. Everything that fulfills the night is just an amazing memory. It makes me feel like a better person, you know. You can just donate so much and then, you know, that makes you think, okay, I just helped a family have a ride to a doctor's appointment.
I say the life lesson I've learned is even during the hard times, there's always going to be people to help lift you up. I think my favorite story would just seeing everyone involved so happy because everybody has a smile on their face and it's just bringing joy to everybody to make such a big difference.
Each year the captains, they choose a theme, and this year's theme was "You Will Be Found." I felt like that was such a great a great little slogan, because you know what, there's so many kids out there right now just struggling with life and struggling to be recognized, to be known, and you know, the whole bully world, and you know, it's great that, hey, it doesn't matter who you are, you know, you're welcome into our family with Champ. You will be found, you will be loved, you'll be nurtured, you know, and we'll help you any way possible for you to go live your dreams. 100% of donations given and sponsorships given go back to the families. All of our bills are paid or through the $25 registration that the students pay. So that gives them that gives the t-shirt and whatever little bills that we have, which again, our bills aren't as much, our t-shirts are our biggest cost. Everything else pretty much is donated. So every donation that comes in, it goes into the families 100%. So that's been absolutely wonderful. What do you want to do with your life after you graduate high school?
I want to be an oncology doctor, do something in like the medical field. Main reason I want to be an oncology doctor is because like I want people to have hope. Like when I see little kids that are in the same place I was, I want them to have hope and be like, yeah, I beat it.
That'd be awesome. I can see you doing that too. Champ is family.
Family.
Life-changing.
Inspiring.
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 Rewarding.
Rewarding.
Fun.
Helpful.
Hopeful.
Unique.
Incredible.
Magical.
Encouraging.
Unity.
Amazing.
Together.
Kind of together, I'd say. I mean, you're talking about a county that's sort of already, you know, culturally together, but we have some rivalry, we have some differences, but I would say Champ allows the younger population and the older population to come together for a specific cause that kind of hits home to everybody. Oh, one word?
No, you're good. No, that was good.
Oh,
No, you're good.
sorry.